thanks for the time.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to connect with you on the tragedy that happened in the district last night. I know that there's still not a lot of information and we're still learning more pieces, but is there any message that you have for the folks back home about this?
Clearly this tragedy has struck at the very heart of our communities. The city of Eden is a close-knit community. It's a wonderful county. And so this tragedy strikes at the very fiber of that community. I'm greatly distressed, and I just wanted to express my sincere condolences to the families involved. This has been an extraordinary time. I have reached out early this morning to the sheriff and to the mayor of the community. I have talked to the San Angelo sheriff, and I think the involved shooter is currently incarcerated, is my understanding, in Tom County. And so I've also reached out to DPS, who's handling the investigation. Wanted to make sure that all state resources that they may need in this investigation are available to them. And so it's just, again, we're learning more and more about the details, but the tragedy just is profound, and I appreciate you giving me this opportunity to express my condolences to the community and to the family of all the individuals involved.
Is there, without going too far down the political route, but is there anything that in terms of legislation that has been worked on, is being worked on, that could have maybe applied to a situation like this?
And again, I don't know anything about the circumstances involved, but I think we have enough laws in place that could have covered this behavior. But and again, without knowing the exact details, clearly someone crossed the line. Someone crossed the line and did an unspeakable act that cannot be rationalized or explained. I don't know that any laws would have come in play with regard to this incident, but if there are, then this legislature will meet in another 2 years, and we'll be able to address those concerns at that point.
What, as I know that this specific incident kind of comes at the end of a late night and an early morning, and I'm sure that sort of plays at the emotions a little bit for you.
It is. We had a very late night on the floor of the Texas House. Seems like we've had lots of late nights. We met this weekend, Saturday, and so it's one of those things that kind of hectic schedule and the rush involved to try to conclude our business, and then to have real life come crashing in early this morning, and I just know that the profound impact that this event has on a community, and I feel for the community, I feel for the families involved, and so we just want them to know that their people are praying. I offered up a moment of silence today this morning in honor of the 2 fallen officers, and we're going to adjourn. When we conclude our business tonight, we're going to adjourn in memory of these 2 officers.
Thank you very much for this. And it's okay if you don't know this, but were they Concho Valley Sheriffs, or was it Tom Green County deputies?
No. It's my understanding that there was both were affiliated with the sheriff's department. One was actually a deputy sheriff. The other may have worked for the department, but he was also the constable. So these were 2 licensed officers in that community, and it's just profound how when they left their homes that morning in Eden, Texas, just the mirror image that the name conjures about peace and tranquility. When they left, they would not return to their families. And I think it's my understanding that one of the officers has 5 children. So you know, it's one of those profound events that each day they put their lives on the line, and the idea that they would not come home. And again, there are multiple reports of causation, but maybe there were some vicious dogs in the neighborhood. Maybe there was a constant confrontation going on. I don't know that to be a fact, but to have that, whatever those facts are, come into play that causes the loss of life to that community is just extraordinary, and I'm saddened greatly by that.
I have a question that I'm not sure is for you, but I'll ask you anyway. So I understand that the two officers are being transported to the Lubbock area to the medical examiner. Is that because Lubbock is the closest ME?
Yes, it is.
Because I understand, you know, just looking at the map, it looks like Travis County is also relatively close. Do you have an understanding about that?
Yeah, I don't know about the geographic, but I do know that almost every officer involved matter would go to Lubbock. That's where I presume they're going to perform forensics on the officers. And in fact, when I talked to the sheriff this morning, he was on the way to Lubbock, accompanying his officers in that procession. So I don't know why they go to Lubbock. I just know that's the designated spot.
Excellent. Thank you so much for the time. Really
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.